31st, the last day of May, and we're reading from Deuteronomy 4, Psalm 86 and 87, Isaiah 32, and Revelation chapter 2. We're going to spend our time in the book of Deuteronomy. And it's near the end for Moses, and so Deuteronomy becomes this rehashing, if you will, re-reminding of the next generation of the law. And he highlights some things a little differently than back in Leviticus, say. But this chapter, I think, is great because it highlights those things that, well, we'll just read it and you'll see. And now, O Israel, listen to the statutes and the rules that I'm teaching you, and do them, that you may live and go in and take possession of the land that the Lord, the God of your fathers, is giving you. You shall not add to the word that I command you, nor take from it, that you may keep the commandments of the Lord your God that I command you. Your eyes have seen what the Lord did at Baal Peor, for the Lord your God destroyed from among you all who followed the Baal of Peor. But you who held fast to the Lord your God are all alive today. I have taught you statutes and rules as the Lord my God commanded me, that you should do them in the land that you're entering to take possession of them. Keep them, verse 6, and do them, for that will be your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of all the peoples, who, when they hear all these statutes, will say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what great nation is there that has a God so near to it as the Lord our God is to us, whenever we call upon him? And what great nation is there that has statutes and rules so righteous as all this law that I set before you today? So we'll just start there for a quick moment here. Listen, people, to the rules. Listen to the statutes and the commandments of the Lord your God. Don't add to them. Don't take away from them. In them, there's the possibility of keeping them through your obedience to them. In other words, listen up. Here's what you need to know. And as you keep them, as you listen to them, you're going to do them. And you're going to live. And you're going to take possession of the land that God has sworn to give to us. And he gives a reference to an event that happened and how those that followed Baal didn't go so well. Right? So hold fast to the Lord your God. And that's a great word for us today, because there are all kinds of things and religions and ideas out there that could lead you astray, lead you to follow after other gods, anything that's going to come in the place of God in your life. And the message is still, hold fast to the Lord your God, you who are alive today. See, he says there's statutes, there's rules, as God has commanded me, that these are for as you go into the land. Keep them, because in that, it'll be your wisdom and your understanding in front of all the people. They're going to be able to watch your life and get a glimpse and an understanding of who your God is. He says in verse 8, what great nation is there that has statutes and rules so righteous as this law that I set before you today? He says, this is amazing. There isn't another group that follows an ordained set of rules like this. It's a good thing to have order. It's a good thing to have laws. Only, verse 9, take care, keep your soul diligently, lest you forget the things your eyes have seen, unless they depart from your heart all the days of your life. Make them known to your children and your children's children. Right? Don't forget these things. Don't forget the law. Teach them to your children. Keep following them. And he goes on to talk about how they got the 10 Commandments and how God gave them, that they're commanding them to teach these things and to follow them. And so therefore, verse 15, watch yourselves very carefully. Verse 16, beware lest you act corruptly. Verse 19, and beware lest you raise your eyes to heaven when you see the sun, the moon, and the stars, and all the host of heavens be drawn away, and bow down to them and serve them, things that the Lord your God has allotted to all the peoples under the whole heaven. But the Lord has taken you and brought you out of the iron furnace, out of Egypt, to be a people of his own inheritance, as you are this day. There's clear warnings here that Moses is relaying from God to the people about idolatry, and they're not going to do well with that, because it's within our hearts to look for and to follow after something that we can grasp and hold on to. And so faith is a difficult thing. There's nothing easy about it. It might be easy to say, yeah, I follow God, but we have to be able to see that played out in our lives. As James will much later say, faith without works is dead. And the reminder here of Moses to the people as they're about to go into the promised land is there's a great set of rules and laws that God's created for us. What a great God he is. It's going to bring wisdom and understanding into our lives and to the people around us. They'll be amazed. So be careful. Don't be led astray. Don't set up other idols in and for your life. That's still true today. Don't allow other things of this world, of our mind, to become more important than God. And in so many different ways that can happen. And so be on guard, tread carefully, walk in the Spirit. Till next time, keep growing.